ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति 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 प्रज्ञानां शुप्रतानैः स्थिरचरनिकर व्यापिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पुनरपि धिषणोद्भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् स्वपिति मधुरभुङ् मायया भोजयन्नः माया संख्यातुरीयं परममृतमजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि यो विश्वात्मा विधिज विषयान् प्राश्य भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पश्चाच्चान्यान् स्वमति विभवान् ज्योतिषा स्वेन सूक्ष्मान् सर्वानेतान् पुनरपि शनैः स्वात्मनि स्थापयित्वा हित्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् विगतगुणगणः पार्त्वसौ नस्तुरीयः।
Mandukya Karika, Chapter 4, Alata Shanti Prakarana. We were studying Karika 81. Please read Karika 81.
अजम निद्रमस्वप्नं प्रभातं भवति स्वयं सकृद्विभातो ह्येवैष धर्मो धातु स्वभावतः।
In earlier Karika, it was pointed out that this unborn, ever-existent Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa can be known by only Jnanis. The question comes, what is that exact entity? What is that exact nature that Jnanis can know as far as Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa is concerned? Same thing is now explained. It is Ajam, Anidram, Aswapnam. We have seen these three words. Unborn means uncaused. Again, Anidram, Aswapnam. There is no Nidra in the sense not sleep here. Agrahanam, non-apprehension of anything. As in sleep, so also. As far as Atma is concerned, not knowing anything. Anyatha grahanam, misapprehension. Atma being known as other than what it is. These are not in that. Further being explained, Swayam Prabhatam Bhavati. Swayam, on its own, without the help of anything else whatsoever. That is, independently. Prabhatam Bhavati. So, it shines in terms of self-knowing principle, self-experience principle, Swayam Jyoti, self-evident principle. in terms of cognition and experience. It is independent of everything. All other cognitions, all other knowing, all other experiencing is dependent on this. For example, we 24/7 undergo experiences. What is life? Experience, 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 everything. A continuous, unbroken series of experiences. And what are the type of experiences? Sukhatmaka, dukkhatmaka. Joyous and sorrowful. So, life is a continuous succession of happy and sorrowful experiences. But these experiences are not independent. They depend on many factors. To begin with, external world of objects and beings. Then sense organs, organs of action. Mind, intellect. All are there. And they are capable of knowing or experiencing anubhati based on the self-evident, self-knowing, self-experiencing principle, that is ajabadidram, that is Chaitanya, the pure awareness principle, pure consciousness principle called Atma Brahma. Why we say pure consciousness principle, pure awareness principle? Because what we are aware of, what we are conscious of, what we all the time experience is colored by the features of upadhis and the world outside. So these features do not belong to Atma, but they get superimposed on Atma. And we mistake that to be the features of Atma, and that is what samsara is. So there, here it is, Swayam Prabhatam Bhavati. It is what? Swayameva Bhati. Itself shines in terms of knowing, experiencing cognitive principle. Other things we depend on this. Further, he, because Eshaha Dharma, there is Eshaha Dharma, means this self-evident, Dharma here is self-evident Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva, Chaitanya Tattva. Eshaha Dharma is Dhatu Svabhavata. Here, Dhatu Svabhavata, two words are there. In that case, we have to say, so Dhatu, in the sense, in the deep sleep, everything gets merged in this. All that we specifically experience, know in the waking and dream, see, when the jnana sadhana, instruments of knowing, sense organs, mind, intellect are withdrawn as in the sleep. All these merge and are placed in which? That is what is called as dhatu, means the Swayam Jyoti, self-evident principle. Swabhavataha eva sakradvibhata. And it is by nature sakradvibhata, means literally means it shines only once. It means it shines forever. There is no stopping of it. It is ever self-evident. But in many places, that visarga is not there. Dhatu svabhavataha, meaning is same. Sakradvibhata, this other reading is there. Dhatu svabhavataha. The dhatu paramatma tattva is swatantra, independent, because svabhavataha, by its nature, it is sakradvibhata, shines only once, means it ever shines. Sakrat means once. Not that once it shines and then disappears. No, ever. It ever shines. Let us see the Bhasya. Please read Bhasya Swayameva Tat Prabhatam.
स्वयमेव तत्प्रभातं भवति न आदित्याद्यपेक्षं स्वयं ज्योतिः स्वभावम् इत्यर्थः.
Tat, that Ajam Anidram Aswapnam, that is the Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa, which can be known only by the Jnanis. Prabhatam Bhavati means it shines on its own in the sense na adityadi apeksham. Things in the world are seen because of light, sunlight, moonlight, light of fire, or other sources. It depends on that. When the sun itself is what? Self-luminous. Like that. This Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa, called as Dharma, na adityadi apeksham. To know that there is no need of sun, moon, any light principle like fire, etc. Because it is Swayam Jyoti Swabhava. Its Swabhava, its nature itself is Swayam Jyoti. Itself is knowledge principle. Itself is cognitive principle. Itself is experience principle. Just there, sun itself is the light principle. Sunlight doesn't depend on another light. Moonlight depends on the sunlight, but not the sunlight. So Swayam Jyoti. This is why to know I am, we don't need anything including the mind. To know things and objects in the world, sense objects, no, sense organs, mind, intellect, Chidabhasa, Chaitanya are required. But what is Chaitanya? None of other things are necessary. It is that for that I is self-evident. That being the case, in the deep sleep state, when the instruments of knowledge, such as Jnanendriyas, Mana, Buddhi, are absent, that I am is there, though you are not able to express it at that time because the instruments are not there, they are in sleep. But on waking up, I slept well, you recollect. Means even there you were experiencing I am. When Jnanendriyas, Mana, Buddhi were totally absent. So that means the key. Swayam Jyoti Swabhava. To know that I am, I don't need Vedanta. But Vedanta is necessary to know myself in reality, free from samsara sorrow, free from all embodiments. Because we are experiencing ourselves now right opposite to what we are. That wrong vision needs to be set right by proper inquiry, reflection on that, and tuning the mind to a Swarupa, to the total exclusion of the cognition of entire superimposed Jagat, including our own embodiment. So, Swayam Jyoti Swabhavityartha. Continue, Sakrit Vibhata.
सकृत् विभातः तदैव विभातः इति एषः एवं लक्षणः आत्माख्यः धर्मः धातुस्वभावतः वस्तुस्वभावतः इत्यर्थः.
So, Sakrit Vibhata from the Karika means Sada eva vibhataha iti etat. Sada vibhataha, always shining, ever shining, self-evident in nature. That is what is called Sakrit Vibhata. Eshaha evam lakshanaha atmakhya dharma. Dharma called Atma, Atmakhya called Atma, having such features as described till now, Ajam, Anidram, Asapnam, Prabhat, Swayam Prabhatam, etc. Atmakhya Dharma is so because Dhatu Swabhavata. My Dharma has seen all features experienced in the waking and the dream are merged in that during the sleep. So Dharma, Dhatu Swabhavata, as one word taken by Bhasya, the meaning is given Vastu Swabhavata, means by its very nature. So this Atma Tattva, by its very nature, is Swayam Jyoti, self-evident principle. Therefore, to know me I am, I don't need any pramana, jnana sadhana, because I am is self-evident. Then the rule is there, Swaprabhe Manapekshana. Swaprabhe, in the case of self-evident entity, expectation or necessity, apeksha of mana, any pramana is not there. That is why, though we say to gain Atma Jnana, Vedanto Nama Upanishad Pramana, Vedanta in the form of Upanishad is Pramana. Vedanta makes it very clear. Atma is aprameya. Aprameya, na prameya of any pramana, including Vedanta. But Vedant's pramana to set right our wrong notion. Vastu Suvata Ityartha. Well, sir, you have taken so much of pain from the beginning. And like you, many Mahatmas from time immemorial have also unfolded Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa. To add to that, avatars like Krishna, etc., from time to time unfold this Atma Swarupa. In spite of it, why people at large cannot know it? And all the time being the fact that it is our Swarupa. It is our real nature. So being, in spite of such description, such teaching, majority are unable to gain the knowledge. What is the result? Read Prastavana Bhasya, Eva Muchyamanamapi.
एवम् उच्यमानमपि परमार्थतत्त्वं कस्मात् लौकिकैः न गृह्यते इति उच्यते सुखमाव्रियत इति.
Evam Uchamanamapi. Those so described as Swayam Jyoti, etc., which doesn't need any other means. So, in spite of that, Bahushaha, mostly, Paramartha Tattvam, the principle of the ultimate reality. Lokaihi, by majority of people who can be Mandadhikari, Adhamadhikari or no Adhikari. So, Kasmat Nagriyate. Why is it not known? Iti. If that is the question, Uchyate. Gaudapadacharya gives an answer here in the Karika beginning with Sukhamavriyate Nityam. Read the Karika.
सुखमाव्रियते नित्यं दुःखं विव्रियते सदा यस्य कस्य च धर्मस्य ग्रहेण भगवान् असौ.
Asau Bhagavan. Yasya kasya cha dharmasya grahena. Nityam Sukham Avriyate Sada Dukkham Vivriyate. Asau Bhagavan Yasya Kasya cha Dharmasya grahena nityam sukham avriyate sada dukkham vivriyate. This is the fact. This is the fact. Asau means this Atma. This means this Atma. Bhagavan. Bhagavan in the sense, it is the one who is Advayaha Devaha. Deva, not deity. Dyotanatmaka Deva. The one who is self-evident knowledge principle. And Advaya, non-dual in nature. Elsewhere, to be specific, in Yoga Vasishta, while Bhagavan Shiva was teaching to Vasishta and pointing out or defining who is Bhagavan, he says, none of those having form, Sakara can be Bhagavan. Sakara nahi Bhagavan. And then what is Bhagavan? Akritrimam, anadyantam, devanam deva uchyate. Devanam, that manifestation of knowledge principle, which is number one, akritrimam, uncreated, anadyantam, which has no adi, which has no anta, which has no beginning, no end, ever existent. That knowledge is called Deva Aucha. That is Bhagavan. And of course, all those entities described in the Shastras, including Puranas, having form as Bhagavan, is a secondary stage to prepare one's mind to know the Nirakara Bhagavan. They're useful, but they are given so because this person is not yet ready to directly know what that actual Bhagavan with Nirakara is in nature. So therefore here, Asau Bhagavan, Bhagavan means here, Advayaha Devaha, that non-dual, self-evident knowledge principle. Bhagavan. Problem is this. That's why you suffer this sorrow. It's difficult to know it. Yasya kasya cha dharmasya grahena. By grahena, by possessing, by the grip of, or because of persistence of yasya kasya cha dharmasya, by possessing or under the grip of features of anything and everything dvaita, dual in nature. Dharmasya, other feature. Grahena, by acquiring it, means this self-evident knowledge principle appears as though having the features of entire upadhi superimposed on that. Nature itself is like that. Like, see, light. Physics says light has no form, but it acquires the form of entities on which it falls. Actually, what we see is reflected light, not light. So also, the Chaitanya, what we experience is reflected Chaitanya, Chidabhasa. Vritti Sahita. We have to know Vritti Rahita. Free from Vritti, there is a Sarupa. And we experience that same Chaitanya with the Vrittis. And therefore, the features, Gunadharma of Vritti appear to be the features, Gunadharma of the Chaitanya Atma. That's what he said, Yasakasa Dharmena Sukham Avriyate. Sukham here is not happiness. Anayasena, automatically, without any efforts, Avriyate gets veiled in the sense its true nature gets denied to us. And other aspect of that. Sada, always. Dukkhena, by great difficulty, Vivriyati, reveals itself or is known. Because to know that, first inquiry and then that mental disposition which can reflect as it were in real nature is necessary, which is difficult for common people. Dukkha. As a result, it can be taken this way also. So, not dukkha, dukkham vivriyate. With great difficulty, it gets revealed. As a result, what does it do? It always reveals sorrow. Dukkham vivriyate. Because it is difficult to know in its true nature, so what does it do? See, it exhibits all the time nothing but sorrow. And therefore, in spite of so much effort of great masters from the past till now, the Atma is beyond the grasp of common people who do not have the required frame of mind to gain this knowledge. Let us see Bhasya. Yasmad, read Yasya Kasyachit.
यस्माद् यस्य कस्यचिद्वय वस्तुनः धर्मस्य ग्रहणावशेषेण मिथ्याभिनिविष्टतया सुखम
ग्रहणावेशेन
ग्रहणावेशेन मिथ्याभिनिविष्टतया सुखम आव्रियते अनायासेन आच्छाद्यते इत्यर्थः।
The reason is tasmat because yasya kasyachit dvaya vasuna. Yasya kasyachit of any entity from dualistic world. What is that any? Anyone which is raga vishaya, an object of preeti, that notion that this vishaya is capable of giving me happiness, it is capable of making me contented person. By this notion, so that is a yasya ke vasunaha means yasya kasyachit means yasya kasyachit dvaya. Dvaya vastunaha means a dualistic entity. Dharmasya grahena. Vastunat means dharmasya grahena. By grahena, by persistence of the features of any entity, which is any dualistic entity, which is an object of preeti, raga, grahena. What is grahena? Grahanaveshena. By the obsession, the grip of its, by the features of that mithya vastu. That means mithyabhinivishtataya. Because of being engrossed in the false dvaita or being intent on mithya vastu as real in nature. He is obsessed by the dvaita vastu, the dualistic entities, taking them to be real in nature. As a result, this Asau Bhagavan, what happens? Sukham avriyate. What is Sukham? Anayasena. Without much effort, without dependence on anything other than one's preoccupation or engrossment in the Dvaita. Avriyate means achadyate, gets covered, is not available for knowing in its real nature. Iti artha. Then what is this avarana veiling? Say the cognition and preoccupation in the dualistic jagat itself is avarana veiling, which denies the cognition of real nature of Atma. Continue.
द्वयोपलब्धि निमित्तं हि तत्र आवरणं न यत्नान्तरम् अपेक्षते.
What is that avarana veiling? You say dvayopalabdhi. Upalabdhi, perception. perception of Dvaita Jagat, dualistic world. On account of that, he Tatra Avaranam, Tatra Sukhatmani, in the Atma, which is nothing but Ananda and Ananda Swarupa, totally free from sorrow, in that Avaranam, the veiling appears to be there. Na yatnantaram apekshate. It doesn't depend on any other cause, any other effort to veil the Atma Swarup. As a result, it is very difficult to know it. Continue. Dukkham cha.
दुःखं च विव्रीयते प्रकटीक्रियते परमार्थ ज्ञानस्य दुर्लभत्वात्.
Dukkham cha. By great difficulty, just not sorrow. By great difficulty, that vastu, Atma vastu, Brahma vastu, vivriyate means prakati karoti, gets revealed, is known. Why so? Because paramartha jnanasya durlabhatva. Paramartha jnanasya. So, in the state of samsara, when the mind is totally preoccupied in the Dvaita Jagat, knowledge of ultimate principle Atma Brahma is what? Durlabha. Because of this avarana, the obsession in the dualistic world, it is very difficult to gain the knowledge. Knowledge of what? Of this Atma, which is called as Bhagavan. Continue.
भगवान् असौ आत्मा अद्वयः देवः इत्यर्थः. अतः वेदान्ताचार्यैः च बहुशः उच्यमानः अपि नैव ज्ञातुं शक्यः इत्यर्थः.
Bhagavan asau from Karika. Who is that? Advayaha Devaha ityartha. The non-dual, self-evident Deva knowledge principle, which is nothing but what we refer to as I, in its real nature, distinct from the erroneous I, identified with the gross body or with the subtle body or indriyas, mana, buddhi, etc. That basic knowledge principle, free from all these features, that is what Bhagavan asau Deva. And therefore, because it is easily gets veiled by preoccupation in the Dvaita Jagat. And such a mind, being not in a position to gain the knowledge, difficult to know it. Therefore, Vedantaihi acharyaihi cha bahushaha uchyamanaha. Bahushaha. In manifold ways. Uchyamanaha api. Being described, being unfolded by who? Vedantas means Upanishads, Mahavakyas. Accordingly, the teaching of Acharya, the teachers, in spite of repeated teaching, Jnatum naiva shakyaha ityam. It is not possible to know at all if the mind is not prepared. So therefore, teaching, though indispensable, Shravana, Atma Vichara, though indispensable, it is by itself no guarantee of gaining knowledge unless the mind of the Shrota is ready. Upadesha kramo rama vyavastha matra palanam. Neptestu karanam shuddha pradnyaiva kevalam. The Rama, the mandate of the Shastras, that you should go to a guru and learn, is only following the norms, the guidelines of Shastra. Nyapte hetu karanam, but the main means of gaining Atmajnana, Brahmajnana, Shishya Pradnya eva kevala. Pradnya, that akhandakara vritti, the mind, the antakarana conforming to Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa in the case of Shishya, that alone is the means of gaining knowledge. If that pradnya doesn't take this, in spite of all teaching, aparoksha jnana is not possible. Maybe paroksha jnana there, lot of punya will be there, but no direct cognition. The seeker is not aware of one's swarupa in its real nature. Seeker is unable to experience one's swarupa. So therefore, bahusha uchyamana api. Even though being taught in manifold ways, jnatum naiva shakya. It is not possible to know at all. This is corroborated by a statement from Kathopanishad, which is repeated in Bhagavad Gita by Krishna also. Read Ashcharya Vakta.
Acharyo vakta kushalosya labdha iti shrutehe.
Ashcharya Vakta. Yamaraja tells Nachiketa. Oh Nachiketa, the Vakta, the teacher who teaches, unfolds Atma Sarupa, is really a wonder, because he is trying to unfold Atma with the help of words, and the words which by themselves are impotent, incapable of describing this Atma as this. Like this is the cow, this is Atma, cannot point it out. This cow you can point out. This is the Atma, cannot point out. It defies the direct meaning of all word shabda. And yet, the Acharya has no other go or option than unfolding by words only, that needs specific methods adopted by the great master of the past till now, which is called as Sampradaya. Of course, Sampradaya, the political field, is misused as such. We're not talking of that. In the sense that is prakriyas, the modes of teaching. So, though the situation is so, Acharyo Vakta, the one Acharya, one who teaches, is really a wonder. Asya labdha kushalaha. And the one who imbibes this teaching and gains the Atma Jnana is really kushalaha. Kushala doesn't mean skillful person, is really able person. He has that ability to gain this knowledge because he has tuned the mind accordingly. So that pradnya, like Sita pradnya, that pradnya, that the specific vritti of antakarna, revealing, making you aware of, making you experience your swarupa, that pradnya must be there. And this person has got it, really a able person. Samartha is capable. So, hats off to both. One who teaches, one who gains the knowledge. That much effort is necessary, and therefore, in spite of such teaching, to majority, it is difficult to gain the knowledge of Atma Brahma. That doesn't mean that we can be complacent about it. What to do? Its nature is so. So then what? Give up the effort. You cannot give up the effort because your efforts will be in one way or other to have sukha prapti, dukkha nivritti, till this is ended in the discovery of Paramananda Swarupa of myself. Efforts can never be stopped. You are under the spell of this urge. So better inquire, prepare the mind, and put an end to this wild goose chase of sukha prapti and dukkha nivritti in the aparoksha jnana, aparoksha anubhava of Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. says, look, this subject is so difficult that even those people who are skillful in investigation and inquiry to find out, to ascertain what is truth, even those people get carried away by many types of wrong notions. If this is the plight of these intelligent people, what to speak of lay person? It is just not possible for them to highlight this, how different people misunderstand this Atma Swarupa is being described. Read Karika 83.
अस्ति नास्त्यस्ति नास्तीति नास्ति नास्तीति वा पुनः चलस्थिरो भयाभावैः आवृणोत्येव बालिशः.
Va punah Atma. No, take this way. Add Atma. Atma asti. Na asti nasti. Asti nasti iti. Atma asti, one sentence. Atma nasti, second sentence. Atma asti nasti iti, third sentence. Va punah nasti nasti iti, fourth sentence. Iti. These types of four notions having four different features. What are those? Chala, subject to parinama, change. Sthira, not subject to parinama. Then Ubhaya, at times changing in the samsara dasha, at times in moksha dasha, non-changing, Ubhaya, the asti nasti. Ubhaya, again, abhavaihi, totally non-existent, the shunyavadi. Like this, avrunoteva, balishaha, means aviveki. Avrunoteva, doesn't know Atma in its true nature. We'll take in detail next time.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः. गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः. पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ